Okay, so everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat. Chanukah Sameach, Freilich and Chanukah to everybody. Hope everyone's taking the time to look at the candles, to look into the candle and see the deep light and the panemius inside the candle. It's unbelievable when you look into the light. You're not looking at the Aragonas. But again, you have to train yourself to do that. Because other people just look at it, okay, I saw it already, it's okay. Right? Yeah, but again, like some people, they love to look at things and they'll look at it again and again. The candles, the lights, the candle, when we light those candles, the fire is so special. Take the time to look at the fire. Yeah, to look at the fire, watch it.
What do you think about when you look at the fire?
Think about Hashem. Think about how we really can come closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And He's giving us something so special. Again, all because we're looking for something. Right? The Chashmonayim, they were just wanted to find something of Kedusha. Everything was defiled. And they looked for it, so they were able to find that. And that's us finding in our lives. There's such goodness in us. Right? We have a lot of good, we have to find it.
I was standing outside last night, lady
Yeah.
and I liked that and I more that looked at the candles for 7 hours.
Yeah.
Kedusha's
lady.
Kedusha's lady.
Yeah.
7 hours. And I said, it was raining, She said, she must have lit inside.
Yeah, he did light inside. Who said he lit outside? Oh, come on, he lived in Bentching. I mean, over there, it's kind of cold at this time of year. Sasha, it's cold.
Yeah, it could be worse. Where I lived, it was colder, much colder.
We're in Moscow? Oh, it's colder in Moscow, yeah?
Yeah.
Go to Canada.
Ukraine is like,
Oh, it's not as cold? No, okay.
Do you have a lot of snow in Russia?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, now we're learning Likutey Halachos. We're in Hilchos Birchas Hamazon. We're in Halacha Daled, and today we're up to letter Hey. So Halacha 4, and today we're up to 5. Those that are following along inside. And this is all these lessons in Halacha Daled are based on the lesson 40 in Tinyana, Likutey Moran, Tinyana, the second book of Likutey Moran. It's a very, very beautiful lesson. And if you have time, just to review the lesson, it's not many pages, it's not a long lesson, but just to see the beauty of Eretz Yisrael and how HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves Eretz Yisrael. It's just so beautiful. All right, anyway. Hey, Rizeh Shekoirei HaKosav Hisparush Hashem Yisbarach Mekabel MeYisrael B'Shem Achila. And this is what the Pasuk says, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes a lot of pride when we're eating. Again, isn't that so nice? Hashem likes when we eat, right? Because again, when we eat, we can then make brachas, and when we eat, we can then bench, right? And that's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu really likes. Because then He's showing that He shows all the angels up on high. See, I made the world for these guys. See, this is why I made this. Mm-hmm. You said not to make it, but look, see how wonderful they are? Hashem loves every one of us. Every time we do something special, we do a mitzvah and follow Hashem, it's amazing. Come into my garden, achoisi kala, right? Beautiful words in Shir Hashirim, right? Irisi meiri im bisami, right? My beautiful fragrance, right? The fragrance. Achalti yari im divishi. I ate with my honey, whatever, all the different things, nice, beautiful phrases about eating. What's the matter? Dalet, halacha Dalet, hey. Hey. Shesisi yeni, I drank my wine im chalavi with my milk. Ochlu re'eyim, I ate together with my friend to make more friendship. Again, a lot of times people invite people over to eat, right? Friendships and things like that, right? Cherished. Rashi, she'inyan medaber al nachas ruach shemekabel Hashem Yisbarach mikarbonos v'avodas Yisrael. So Rashi says on Shir Hashem is the most amazing piece of ksubim that we have. Why is that? Because every single commentary you read, every commentary has a different angle totally. No two commentaries have anything one to do with the other. It's like nothing else. Because Shira Shirim it's a love story between Klal Yisrael and Hashem. Everyone understands it in a different way, and they see different gems in the words, and it's unbelievable. So Rashi takes from this Sheini Medaber al Nachas Ruach Shemekabel Hashem Yisborach Mekarbonos V'Avodas Yisrael. So Rashi takes from this beautiful that Hashem has a lot of Nachas Ruach, a lot of joy. He has a lot of nachas. When we bring our karbanos and we do avodah, when we do our avodas Yisrael, when we're doing avodah, when we're serving Hashem, when we're davening, we're learning, we're doing His baidadas, we're doing mitzvahs, any mitzvah that we're doing. Ayin sham. Ki anachas v'esparish Hashem Yisborach v'kabel Yisrael u'bechinas achila oz hiskalas hisparos. At the time when we're eating, that's the main hispirus. In other words, like we know, it said that the Kahanim would sit at the table and then they would affect forgiveness for the people, right? Eating is something very, very special if you do it the right way. If you make the brachas and you recognize, wow, Hashem, you gave me this food. Hashem, you gave this to me. You made this for me. You made the whole world, all for the purpose so I can eat this right now. Wow. It's amazing. We can't think that way. Yeah.
It's yummy.
Very good, right? Therefore it says you should eat and drink, be happy in Kehelas. They ate and they drank in Rus. Right? They ate, vayichal, vayesh, and they drank, vayitav liba, and they had a very joyful heart. Shal yidei zeh meya aponim, k'may shekosav lei samach yetiv ponim. Right? Ki haras aponim al yidei achila v'shesiya de kedusha. Again, that's the main point. Achila v'shesiya de kedusha. When I do it in a holy way. When I don't eat for the sake of taiva, okay, again, no one's saying that you can't enjoy your food. Yes, you can enjoy your food, but I'm eating my food in order to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I'm eating this for a purpose, and I recognize, Hashem, you gave me this food. V'zeh nimshach mebechinas hisparus shemegala be'es achila shemisham ikar ha'pe'er. V'ha'aras panim. That's the main ha'aras panim. That the light of the countenance, or whatever how you translate that. It's so silly to try to translate these words. Ha'aras panim, right? How would you say that? The light of the countenance.
It says countenance.
It says okay. V'zeh bechinas lechem hapanim. That's what it meant. The lechem hapanim. Why were the lechem called lechem hapanim? Right, the showbreads, right, that we put out every week. The Kohen would put new showbreads on the shulchan, right? That was opposite the menorah, right there in the kodesh, right? And why was it called lechem hapanim? Ki ikar aras panim, who is paras bechinas melech b'yofya, zeh zoichen aidei achila de kedusha. All of these wonderful things that we can accomplish when we eat the kedusha. It's wonderful. It's an amazing idea. We can eat in a way and get close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We learned these ideas. When you're eating, you can come close. You can come to a level of the Ha'aras Hapanim. You can come to a level of the Yam HaChochma. You can come to the highest places, to the Keter. You could reach while you're eating, if you recognize Hashem gave you the food. Yeah.
It says this is why the verse refers to the pride that God takes. What verse is he talking about? Because I lost the connection.
We spoke about the verses. All these verses that we're referring to. In Shira Shirim.
Oh, Shira Shirim. Okay.
Yeah. Ve'ika pe'er varas panim, the main splendor and the main ha'aras panim, shel achila kedusha mekabetz mizgala aidei kois yayin shel birchas hamazon. But what is the crux? What is the main point of it? When you take out that kois, Again, that's the Malchus we said, because Kos and Elikim are the same gematria. Kos is Malchus. And when you put the wine in there and you see the wine, right? Shu bechinas yayin hamisameach. That's the wine that brings joy up on high. The guy may enjoy it down here too, right? Maybe a nice, beautiful wine, and he finishes benching, and he makes the Bari Priya Gofen, and he enjoys the wine. But there's a great happiness up on high as well. When we take that cup, that simcha of isparis, that pride that Hashem has. Wow, look at these guys. They just ate a meal, and now they take out, they wash the mayim achronim, and they take out a cup, and they're gonna use it to bench, to bless me. It's a great joy up on high.
And they look at it.
V'zeh bechinas his admos ponim, right? His admos ponim al yedei ayayin. The person his face gets a little red sometimes. You ever see that person like he blushes a little bit when they drink a lot of wine? You ever see that? You ever see that, right? A lot of people sometimes get red. They get flushed. Is that the word right to use? Flushed? They get flushed, right? Flushed, okay. Ki b'kedusha dahainu b'koy shel bracha nimshach zeh his admos haponim v'chinas his paros shu b'chinas admoini. This is the idea of red. Im yefei einayim, with beautiful eyes. Hanema b'David HaMelech olav hashalom. By David HaMelech was known as the redhead, right? David HaMelech was the redhead, right? David HaMelech was the redhead, right? Shu b'chinas koy shel bracha. It was David HaMelech was the midah of Malchus, and who's better than midah Malchus? It's David Malka Mashiach. We're waiting any moment, guys. Mashiach is on his way. David Malka Mashiach. David Melech HaMashiach. David is the Mashiach. He's Malchus. Shezeh bechinas his admos pnei hatoikeya b'Rosh Hashanah. Oh, here, wait a second. And then another time people get red when they blow the shofar. Right? The guy's blowing the shofar. He's putting all his effort into it, so his face gets a little bit red. Okay? Ki b'Rosh Hashanah oz hu ikar kibbutz va'aliyos kol hisparish sheyisol. Because Rosh Hashanah is also the main time. So how do you like that? We're connecting the Suda. How do you like this? You see how high the Suda is? You see how high when you're eating and you do it the right way, and you finish eating, and then you have 10 guys together, 3 guys. 10 guys, the more you have, the better, of course. And there was Torah during that meal, right? And we said that we had the aspect of the 3, right? The one was giving the Torah, the 2 people were listening, they spoke it over, then they spoke it to Hashem, the aspect of 3, like we learned, right? And all of that's going on, and then the guy picks up the cup, right? And then the guy blowing the shofar, they're equated. We're equating the 2 together. It's pretty amazing. Why? Because again, in lesson 40, the Rebbe says the greatest time when Jews get together is Rosh Hashanah. When they come to meet the tzaddik, when they come to be with the tzaddik, they come together. That's a place. And then HaKadosh Baruch has so much delight when all Jews get together at one place. Right? Okay, that's where that comes from. So Mizkabsim Kulam El Ala Tzadikim Shebedar. They come to the tzadikim of the dar. And again, that's why the minig is, of all time, people used to always travel to their rabbi, to their Rosh Yeshiva, to their Mekubal, whatever. Jews would always leave. In the history, Jews were always traveling. They were never home on Rosh Hashanah. It's a new thing that Jews are home on Rosh Hashanah.
Really?
Yeah. If you look up the history,
where'd they go?
They used to go if they were part of a yeshiva, and then they moved to another town. Right, so they would go back to be in yeshiva on Rosh Hashanah. If they had a certain rebbe, and they would travel to their rebbe for Rosh Hashanah. Right, and then if they wherever they were, they would always travel back. They did that in the yeshiva world. They do that in the Hasidus world. Everyone's doing. They always did that. The Sfaradim did that also.
They left their wives for Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah.
Common.
It's a new thing that the people think they have to be home. It's a new thing. It's a new thing. That's why the lashon is called shufra. It's like yofi, beautiful. The shofar is something beautiful. The shofar is like the kos. Makes the face red. Shipru Maseichem, how beautiful is their actions. Hainu Bechinas is Galus Hayoifis Bispachim Mizgal Rosh Hashanah. All the beautiful things that we do, everything's Mizgal is all revealed on Rosh Hashanah. Right? It's the day of judgment. Hashem is going over all the things that we did over the year. Omisham Nimshach Ha'is Amdos Penei Atekeya Ayedei Shemeya Bay Bechinas Kibbutz Isparis, because he sees and he recognizes, wow, how beautiful this is that everyone came together to hear the shofar, to come together to be with Hashem, to be together with the tzaddik. So he feels that. So he feels a blush. He feels blushing from the beauty of all the gathering of the people. Isn't that amazing? That's why it says, we say the pasuk, the beautiful pasuk, Ashrei Yom Yodeya Siru. Right? It's a famous pasuk we say by when we're the Baal Tekeya. Right? The guy that's going to say, he says these beautiful sukkahs. Hashem ba'ar panecha yalecha. Look at the words he uses. Ba'ar panecha, with the light of your face. Again, the face. Yehalechon. How do you like that? It's amazing how Rav Nosson puts these things together. It's truly amazing. Now, son, what do you think?
Yeah.
He takes that, he draws that pasuk. I think, okay, we'll bring in this. Wow, unbelievable. Or haponim hainu aspirus. That's the idea of the aspirus. She'oila lefanim yizbarach hayedei tekiya shofar. How HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves when we blow the shofar. Why? Because it reminds HaKadosh Baruch Hu, where was the original shofar from? From the Akedah. Right? Remembers the Akedah when the aisle was stuck in Bet Sabach in that thing, and then that was the shofar that we're using, and that's the shofar. Ezel b'shimcha yigilun kol hayom. That's another pasuk. B'shimcha yigilun kol hayom. With your name we will rejoice all day. Ki tiferes uzamai. Because the tiferes is your power, is the might. Ota, because you're very powerful. Okay. Zeh bechinas is abnus panim aidei ayayin the kedusha shehu bechinas koishel bracha shehu bechinas is paris. So now we understand the wine can make the person's face a little. He could flush and get a little blushed, right, from drinking the wine. Also the shofar. Shehu bechinas yayin hamisameya shemisham haras panim. That's where the haras panim comes. And we said again when we're blowing the shofar, bar panecha yihalechun. The same idea. We have the same connection. Ar panecha haras hapanim. Hayidei zeh mamshichin kedushas Eretz Yisrael. And that's how you can draw the kedusha of Eretz Yisrael. Remember we learned that, right? That's the idea again. Lesson 40. Right? That's as the Rebbe said, you can see any time. You can meet somebody that went to the Rebbe for Rosh Hashanah, that met the tzaddik. Why? Because that person sees everything with the eyes of Eretz Yisrael. He sees kedusha and everything. It's amazing, right? All what you can accomplish when you come to the Rebbe for Rosh Hashanah.
I'll try it one time.
Yeah. Okay. So is that Ikka mitzvah? What?
You went there, right?
I was there, yeah.
We have to make a class trip. Yeah. Okay. Vayidei zeh mamshichin kedushas Eretz Yisrael. V'zeh ikar mitzvahs birchas hamazon. That's the main bracha of the birchas hamazon. V'zeh shekosa batay v'hi hei merikim sakeyam. In Likutey Moran lesson Yud Zayin 17. Right. That's when they were emptying their sacks. Remember that when Yosef sent back the cups, right? His cup, right? And then they were emptying out the sacks to see if his cup was in there. Remember? They were emptying the sacks. Unbelievable. 17. Lesson 17. Yosef was 7. Yeah, okay. Through the achila de kedusha, a person comes to das. We learned about that, right? We get the person can come to the das to recognize HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Right? Shayidei zeh meir ar tzaddik shu megale kol isparish Hashem Yisbarach mispar b'kol echad mi Yisrael. How HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes a lot of. He loves every single Jew. Right? Every single Jew. They're lighting their candles. They're lighting their candle. They think, oh, what am I lighting my candle? No, there's such a simcha up in Shemaya when you're lighting those candles. You have no idea. Hashem loves every mitzvah everyone does. It makes a difference. If we would only understand that. I'm trying to make people understand that every mitzvah you do is special. That's why you have to do all your mitzvahs with joy, because there's such a joy up on high when you're doing your mitzvah. Right? When you're doing your mitzvah, there's a joy on high. If you do your mitzvah with joy, it brings much more joy. Right? You're the catalyst. You're the person you're the starting the simcha off. So how you do how much simcha you have, again, that's why HaKadosh Baruch Hu said He's going to give us all the curses. Why? Tachas Shaloi Avadta B'Simcha Tuv Leva. Hey, you're holding back all the simcha up on high. Even the lowest of the low Jews. So if you think you're one of the low guys, if you think that way, usually the guys that think they're very low, they're the highest guys. And the guys think they're very high, they're very low. Right? So even if you think you're one of these low guys, right?
I am.
Ayin sham hatev ki is galus is ba'azu b'shas achil kedusha, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu loves that. And if you think you're one of the low guys and you're still doing a mitzvah, wow! With all of that stuff, you're still coming to do the mitzvah. How much joy Hashem has that the person's. Either way, it doesn't make a difference. Any Jew that does a mitzvah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes a lot of pride in. There's so much things out there trying to pull us away. Right, the Rabbim miyad ma'atim. Rabbi, we say in Al-Nisim, right? Rabbim miyad ma'atim. There's so much against the very few. Right? We have a few mitzvahs, right? 630. But there's so many things out there. Right? There's unlimited things out there. Rabbim miyad ma'atim. Tameim be'at tahirim, right? The tameim. There's so much tumah out there. But they were the few guys that were holy. Rishayim b'yad tzadikim. How many Rishayim are there? And there's only a few guys. This is where the HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes so much pride, so much joy out of every Jew doing their mitzvah. Unbelievable. Any questions on this? Does anyone not believe that Hashem takes a lot of joy when they're doing a mitzvah?
In my head, I do. In my heart, I'm not sure it's there yet.
Okay, so that's what you have to say. You have to loosen your necktie, let it go down. Let it go down into your heart. Let it go. Let it go into the heart. Let it enter the heart. Okay, let's look at Vav. Okay, let's look at Vav. Ichlu mashmanim. Eat your, I guess your oily things, right?
Fatty
Mashmanim, fatty. Okay. Well, mashmanim is okay. Shemen, okay. Vishisu mamtakim, and drink your sweet drinks. Right, here's a thing for Coca-Cola, right? Drink Coca, right? Sweet drinks, right? Va'al te'otzvu ki chedvas Hashem hu mu'ozchem. And don't be depressed, because HaKadosh Baruch Hu chedvas Hashem hu mu'ozchem. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is, how you want to translate mu'ozchem? Your power, might, oz. No? All right. Shalom, how would you like to translate it? It's one of those words, right? What? Power. Empowers, right? Empowers. Okay. Ki ikar tikun ha'achila de b'kedusha hu al yedei simcha shu b'chinas esparis b'chinas ki chedvas Hashem u'aschem. The simcha of Hashem, okay, there you go, empowers you. There we go. Shu b'chinas ki tiferes uzamai ata. Uzamai is also strength. Uzamai is strength. Ata, the strength of, okay, v'al kei nema mikra ze al Rosh Hashanah ki oz b'Rosh Hashanah hu ikar is galus esparis, because on Rosh Hashanah you have the most Hisparis, the most is God, the most revelation of Hashem's great joy that He has. Again, that's the time that we're being mamlech the king, right? We're coronating the king. Baal Kedos, Iker is Galus, the Kedushas Eretz Yisrael, Kamei Shekazah Tamid Eini Hashem Elokecha Ba Mireish Shana Rach Shana. And that's why we read in the psukim in those time of the year from Rosh Hashanah. We read about this pasuk. Tamid Eini Hashem Elokecha Ba Mireish Shana. The HaKadosh Baruch Hu is paying good attention, close attention to everything in Eretz Yisrael from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. Therefore, the pasuk says to you over there, now go and eat with joy. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is your strength. Okay, that is sparis that Hashem gets from us, that He accepts from us, that pleasure that Hashem has because we're doing His things. So that's how we make more kedusha in Eretz Yisrael, because then Hashem pays more attention to Eretz Yisrael. And we said as Hashem looks at Eretz Yisrael, it becomes more holy. That's the main way we can eat the kedusha. Okay, let's do Zayin. V'zeh bechinas kol hasuda shel mitzvah ki kishegoyim eze mitzvah oy eze mesechta oy sesuda. Right? Hey, look at that. When you finish doing a mitzvah, you finish learning a mesechta, so you have a suda. Right? There are guys that during the 9 days they love this. Right? They take advantage of this. During the 9 days, we have the minute we don't eat meat. Right? You don't eat meat and drink wine. Oh, but if you learn the Masechta, you make a siyum, then you can't. Again, eating. The main joy Hashem has from our learning, when you learn the Masechta. Right? There are 36 Masechtas, you learn 36 Masechtas, you learn the Masechtas, connected to the 36 lights of Chanukah. Okay. Oy mi mitzvah zois hu miskala b'shas suda daika. Or when you're eating the suda. Again, Torah going on during the suda. People are speaking over words of Torah during the suda. People are recognizing Hashem gave them the food. Kikas galas aspiras b'shas suda the kedusha ba'al zeh v'zeh bechinas achila Shabbos v'Yom Tov shehu mitzvah gedoyla mi'oy. Look at these words. Look at this. Isn't this great? Achila Shabbos v'Yom Tov. When you eat on Shabbos and Yom Tov, shehu mitzvah gedola me'od. Sasha means it's a pretty big mitzvah, right? Mm-hmm. Right? Mitzvah gedola me'od. He could have just said mitzvah gedola. It's a big mitzvah. No, me'od. It's a really big mitzvah. Because again, we're eating on Shabbos because Hashem told us to eat the machale Shabbos, to eat the foods of Shabbos. Isn't that amazing? When you're eating your food on Shabbos, you're causing a lot of great joy in Shemayim. And how much more joy you're causing when you say, I'm eating this L'Kavod Shabbos Kodesh? Right? It doesn't take too much to do that. And people may think you're strange, but who cares?
They already think I'm strange.
Who cares? I'm eating this L'Kavod Shabbos Kodesh. What does that mean? I'm eating this to honor the Shabbos. Because it's a great mitzvah to eat on Shabbos. So I'm eating this on Shabbos to honor the Shabbos. Yes, and I'm enjoying it too. That's great. Because when it comes to Shabbos, Shabbos is the power to lift up everything we did during the week. All the things we did during the week still are down in the world. How do we get them to go up? The more simcha we have on Shabbos, the more we enjoy in the Shabbos, it attaches itself to all of the mitzvahs we did during the week, and all of the mitzvahs all go up together. Isn't that amazing? All the mitzvahs you do during the week, they're kind of grounded. When it comes to Shabbos, and you're eating and you're doing the mitzvahs on Shabbos and you're singing the songs on Shabbos, how beautiful the zemiras of Shabbos are, right? So all of that power takes all the things from during the week and lifts it all up. Okay, Rabbi Nachman says in lesson 277, tzedek lefonav yahalech. Right? Tzedek is the mitzvahs, right? Because the mitzvahs are called tzedek, right? The mitzvahs are called tzedek. And the mitzvahs are going, and they're always going up higher, right? The mitzvahs are going up higher. Shabbos, they are the feet. The Shabbos is the support. the feet. It lifts up. It can run up with all of the mitzvahs that we did during the week. Hashem is so happy about that. Also, when it comes to Yom Tov, there's the same aspect, right? You eat your food on Yom Tov, and you're eating it because it's the Chag. So there's also the same idea of gathering up all of the mitzvahs from in between one Shabbos, or from one Chag to the next Chag. Right? It takes up all of those mitzvahs that were done in between. How do you like that? 3 times in a year you come to this Ha'aras Haponim, you see Re'iyas Pnei Hashem. Go to the people who are Oile Regel, right? They went up to the Beis HaMikdash 3 times. Why? Re'iyas Pnei Hashem, to see the Panim of Hashem. The same idea that we get on Rosh Hashanah when we blow the shofar, the red face. The same idea when we have our cup, and it brings us to the Malchus. Unbelievable. Okay, this okay. Valkein. Machma shebeshabbos v'yantav oila meya kol hispara shel kol hamitzvah sheyisrael loisim. So now we understand Shabbos is special and Yom Tov is special. It helps elevate all of the mitzvahs that we did during the week. Al kain oz ikra achila de kedusha v'oz mitzvah gedol laharbes besuda. Oh, that's why on Shabbos, because again, the Suda gives you this power. This is his spirit. This is his splendor at the Suda. So when you're eating the Suda, and you're washing and having the challah, and you're dipping it 3 times into the salt, you're revealing you're revealing Hashem in everything. Via doing that, you're causing all the mitzvahs all to be gathered up and to go up on high. Come to this place, Kedushas Eretz Yisrael, Shemisham Ikke Kedushas Achila. In Israel is the main place of eating the big Kedusha. Okay, because again, why? Because all of the food that we have over here is holy, because this land is holy. Right? Why is the land holy? Because Tamid Einei Hashem Elokecha Ba Mereishis Hashana Arachvis Hashana. Okay, Arachvis Hashana. Do we have any questions on this? Do we have any questions on the to understand this idea that Shabbos is so special and the eating of Shabbos is so special, the drinking on Shabbos? That's what we said yesterday. We learned that you don't eat before you daven because the food is low. Right, so that when you daven and you get your spiritual strength, you can then make the bracha, eat, and lift the food up. Right. So now Rav Nosson says, okay, I'll tell you what else is being lifted up. When you eat on Shabbos, you're also lifting up all your other mitzvahs. You see, it's the same. He keeps the theme always going so beautifully. You see that? Okay, all right. So maybe we'll do Ches now too, and then tomorrow we're going to switch the gear and go into Hanukkah again. How do you like that? Okay, so let's do Ches for Hanukkah.
That's why there's some kind of a heter to eat before davening on Shabbos.
Shabbos only.
Right.
Shabbos only.
Yeah.
Because again, the food is higher on Shabbos than the person.
Right.
Not during the week.
Right.
Shabbos only. And some people on the Chag also. We learned because Shabbos and the Chag have the same aspect.
Right.
Okay, so let's just do Chesed short. Linyan Masha Kosar Rabbeinu Zechon Levakas He Kedushas Eretz Yisrael Nimshach Hayidei His Parish Hashem Yisbarach Mispah Yisrael. So we learned this idea, and I think we understand this. The Kedushas Eretz Yisrael is coming through the Hispire, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu has so much pleasure, delight in our mitzvahs that we're doing. Right, that's what that HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes in us, brings. He looks more at Eretz Yisrael. When Hashem looks closer to Eretz Yisrael, He brings more kedusha into Eretz Yisrael. How do you like that? Wow. The Amech Yisrael, the nation of the Jewish people, Kulam Sadikim, we're all righteous. How do you like that? Kulam Sadikim. Li'olam Yirshu Aretz. For eternity, we will inherit. We'll be Yoirish. We'll inherit, I guess. The Eretz Yisrael will have Eretz Yisrael forever. Neitzer matai masa yodai li hispor. Look at these words. Neitzer matai masa yodai li hispor. With the actions of Hashem's actions, He'll take the hispirus. Hainu al yedei bechinas masa yodai li hispor. Hainu hispirus shem hispor banu that Hashem loves, and He takes so much joy in all the mitzvahs that we do. Especially in Eretz Yisrael, and we should, Hashem, be able to be Yerush all of Eretz Yisrael, not just the parts of Eretz Yisrael. Eretz Yisrael, then we can come to Ki Ikar Kedushas Eretz Yisrael, Ayidei Esparis Bechinas Masa Yodai Li'Espoir. Unbelievable, mamish, unbelievable. Is it not unbelievable? I'm just so amazed at how Reb Nassim and Rabbi Nachman loved Eretz Yisrael more than anybody else. They show their love in their writing, right? Do you ever learn any others from that? They just show you everything is all about Eretz Yisrael? It's amazing. I think it's amazing. I thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu for giving us these beautiful things. Tomorrow we're going to learn about Hanukkah. We're going to learn about the lights of Hanukkah again. How do you like that? Next few lessons are going to be on Hanukkah again, and we'll learn them on Hanukkah. Unbelievable. Okay, let's learn Hilchos Hanukkah now in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. Okay, we'll do a halacha. I'm sorry it's a little late, but okay, Baruch Hashem, it's Hanukkah. Okay, here I think today we're up to Dalet, right? We're in Kuf Lamed Tes, 139, which is Hilchos Hanukkah, the laws pertaining to Hanukkah. And today I think we're up to Dalet, okay? Here we go. Dalet. Kol hashmanim kisherim l'ner Chanukah. Any kind of oil you have, whatever kind of oil you have, you can use it for your candles of Chanukah. And again, the best one is if you use olive oil. That was the mitzvah happened with olive oil, so that's the best, but you can use any of them. If you look in the Mishnah, they talk about different oils you can't use for Shabbos, okay? But here, any oil you want to use, you can use. The best way to do the mitzvah is to do using olive oil. Dumya, the nes, shebamigdash haya b'shemen zayis, because again, the miracle happened in the base of Migdash with olive oil. But if you don't have olive oil, whatever oil you have, go for it. It's no problem. Anything that you can light that'll burn is no problem to light. What happens if you don't find? Yivrar shar shemen sha'oiroi zach v'naki. If you can't find olive oil, say take some other oil that'll burn clean. That's the main thing. You don't want the fire to have a terrible odor, and you want it to burn nicely. Oy neiroi shel shava shegam kein oira and zach, or you can have wax candles because their light is also very nice. It's clean. The zach is clean, right? It's clean. V'lo yiyah kimedura. It shouldn't be like a torch. Is that right? The torch should be like a torch, a medura. Right, so it's like a torch, right? How would you say a torch in the Hebrew? What? Medura? No. Bonfire. Well, we I don't think he means a bonfire here. It's like a torch. I believe that's okay. Ella kol ner yechidi. Each candle should be by itself. And it should be discerned as it's a candle by itself. Don't take from the things from a church, from avodah zarah mishum demos, because that is considered disgusting. Any kind of wick that you have, you can use for Hanukkah. Right? If you can't go get beautiful wicks, cotton wicks, and you find something else that can burn, it can act as a wick, you could use it. But the best one is to take cotton wicks. Okay. He says over here, bumble. That's it in Yiddish. Bumble is cotton. What?
It's wool from a tree.
Both. People don't know that. You could use the same wick from night to night. You don't have to take a new wick. Yes, if you can use a new wick, go use a new wick. It'll be better. But you could take the same wick and pull the wick and use the same wick. There's no problem with doing that. Ella madlik berishonos ad sheyichlu. You should light from the good part of it. If it was lit, what?
Use them
Till they used up, and then you can't use them, right? Okay, should we do one more? Im madlik bener shel cherished. If you're lighting with something that's earthenware, kli cherished, an earthenware kli. Kivan shehidlik by laila echad nasa yosha. Since you lit with it one night, it already gets old because it gets the oil absorbs into the earthenware. V'ein madlikim by balayla sheni mishum demos, because that's considered it's disgusting. It's greasy. It's not clean. Therefore, you should make him menorah from different kinds of metals. Umisha yodai maseges, and if someone can, yikne menorah shel kesef lehidur mitzvah. If they can buy a nice kesef tahor, you can buy a nice sterling silver menorah. Of course, do that, because again, you're showing hidur for the mitzvah. Okay, but whatever you do, don't use a kli cherished, an earthenware thing. If you use something, if it is earthenware, but they put ceramic over it, then it wouldn't matter, because then again, you're using the ceramic and it will not seep through. Okay, all right. So that's our lesson today. Tomorrow we'll do Vav, and hopefully we'll be able to finish all of the lessons during Chanukah. Okay, we'll do Vav, Zayin, and Ches tomorrow. Okay, everyone, have a wonderful day. We should all hear Besorot Tovot, Kol Tuv.